There's an S on my chest for success. I'm a
Hello and welcome to the How Do You podcast with your host, Griffinstein. This is the podcast that helps you ask yourself questions to help you get through life. Meaning, like, certain things may bother you or not bother you or whatever. You have to ask yourself these questions, give yourself the true answer. And that's what I do on this podcast for me. And and it ain't always pretty. And sometimes we're not ready for some of these truths. But that's what How Do You is. That's what we do. That's how we do it on the D.A.R.K network. Define art, respect, knowledge. So I think today is a mental health thing. And so I'm gonna just give you a preview. So it's gonna be mental health, and I think I'm gonna title it Iron, because that's the part of the story. And then selling your soul. I don't think people understand sometimes when you say selling your soul. Again, that's for the art of storytelling. I was talking to people and we had a discussion. And then the updates for the movie and gospel and everything. And I know somebody that's like, all right, go ahead and get into it. So, first of all, I talked about the mental health awareness / iron. About 2 weeks ago, for some reason, I was just feeling really, really down. Like, and it wasn't a one event that changed me or anything. It was a bunch of stuff that was going on that it all took a little bit, and then you get on E, and then you just I never I don't mean to laugh at people, but I never really had a moment where I was so depressed that I just curled up in a ball and just said, man, and just rocked myself to sleep. Now, I didn't do that this time either, but I never did that. But I understand though, man. It's when you get into things and then you can't understand them, and then you ask yourself about them, and you just can't get out of it. And it's people, that called me and helped me, through it. But I was feeling, I was just feeling really just done. Like I was done. And I was just, and it wasn't even like stuff wasn't going right, or, I got shorted on my check. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just, I just didn't feel like it. Anything. I didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. And, so I'll go into a little bit of a story. Why I / called it Iron is because I stopped eating meat in November, and I talked to this other dude, Taekwondo. He owns a barbershop on McDonough, and he stopped eating meat maybe 2-3 months ago, maybe even 4 months ago, because now he looks good. He lost all the weight from him and everything. But he asked me, he said, well, what are you doing for iron? And I didn't think about it. I didn't know that had anything to do with anything. I said, I don't know. I said, I eat vegetables. And he was like, all right. He didn't go into it. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say anything. But then I saw like a commercial or something for iron, or something on TikTok or something about iron. And it, recently, and I was like, man, I wonder, is that the thing that's happening to me? Is I'm just iron deficient? Because a lot of stuff was true. I was cold on hot days, so I thought I was dying. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I sat there and I was like, man, you gotta write this will out. I gotta do all this stuff. I just thought I was dying. It was a mind haze. There was I was just very irritated with everything, like anything. Like I cut the lights on, and I was like, why is this light so bright? It was dumb things, and I could not shake the feeling. It wouldn't go away, no matter what question I asked myself, no matter how I talked to people. And I thought, sometimes you don't want to talk to people because you want to infect. Bad feelings and bad vibes it's almost like a virus. Because if you don't have people that's strong in your life, they could become susceptible to whatever it is. So I didn't want to infect anybody also with whatever this theme was going on with me. And I just had nobody. And it was very depressing. It was, and I'm trying to think of things but it was all trivial. It was all trivial stuff. It just, my chain popped on my bike, which is nothing. I got home, no problem. The policeman stopped behind my truck, and then they put a but I'm gonna tell you what they did though. They put a tag on my truck, but they didn't. They put a tag under my truck, hoping, because I don't move it, but it's in my, right here. That's why I keep pointing this way. It's in my garage right now. So, just stuff like that. So I had to move it because they tried to hide the tag so that I wouldn't see it, so they could just tow it. Something was going on with my water. I think one day the main busted, and I thought, because when you're working at a different level, some of these things don't register on my electricity being cut off. Well, it was only once, and I thought my water was cut off, and not because I didn't have any money. I just didn't pay the bitch. I just did not pay it. Like, the water bill was due. I haven't paid it this year. I just paid it like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if that speaks on me or nothing, but everything is on auto pay now. I got things I'm doing. I don't know. I don't even know if that's funny or if that says that I'm a bum, but I had the money, I just didn't pay it. It was $106 too. It was money that I have in the house. It wasn't even, I just didn't want to do it. I just did not want to do it. Anyway, so it wasn't a bunch of things. It was just a cumulative thing that brought me down. Anyway, I went and looked it up in lentils. I did a lentil bomb. I have like 2 things of lentils, one in the freezer, one in the thing, and I'm using it. Actually, they're very meaty. I made some lentil nachos, no cheese though, but that shit was actually very tasty. I put the guacamole on it and all of that stuff, and it was pretty good. But I just want, so the question I guess I would ask myself is, how do you get out of that kind of a funk? And still be a responsible friend, I guess. So I know it was the people that talked to me, that helped me get out of it. So I do appreciate them. But it was rough. It was rough. It was very rough. I just got through it. It wasn't where I was, I got like 8 guns in the house. So I never had a thought or even an inkling to go and, do harm myself. I wasn't going to harm myself. I just wanted to be out of the situation I was in. I wanted to be on the beach. I just put it that way. I wanted to be on the beach. I wanted to be away from everything. I just didn't want to think about work, relationship. I didn't want to think about anything. I just wanted to let it pass without, feeling that way anymore, because I was tired of feeling that way. Anyway, that's what that was, and that's what I mean when I say iron. It could have been an iron deficiency. I'm telling you, I feel like a firecracker now. I guess I'm gonna go straight into what I'm doing now, but I'm not though. I'm going to go into the art of storytelling.
D.A.R.K Network. Melanated harmony, you can feel our energy. In every street, in every city, our voices singing one melody. We got the complexion for the connection. Our section connected like that.
And that one is selling your soul. I think I had a discussion, and this might not even be a story, but I think people need to hear it. Some people that need to hear it. I think selling your soul isn't, people think it's this, this mystical thing where Satan shows up and offers you all of pussy in the world and money, and I don't think that, it's a fallacy. I don't think that's what the selling. I think the selling of the soul is a quiet thing. I think the selling of the soul, you selling your soul, is you doing something for pay or with fame and knowing it's wrong in your soul. I think it's simple as that. I think you make that decision shit in the bed. I think you make that decision, and you might make that decision in the moment, but I don't think selling your soul is this, I don't think it's this big fire thing. I think it's this thing where you know you're not going to be able to sleep at night. And some people, you know, want fame at all costs. So when you selling your soul, then, you know, it's just, we all have morals and stuff that you can't, that others can't, well, you should. We all should have morals and a North Star that can't be broken. But the way the world is if you say something that you're not gonna do, there's certain people out here that want to see you do that. If you say, well, I'm never gonna do this with a dude, then that's their main aim, because that's what you put out there as your boundary. If they break your boundary, then they break you, technically. So, you know, it's a lot of things I would never do. Not for fame or for money, because see, my price is different than most people. Some people are hungry, so they'll do it for food. You know, some people are mentally bankrupt, so they'll do it for love. So it's not, I don't think selling your soul, and I know everybody knows somebody who can sell their soul for love, because you're like, why are you with this person? And they do this, and this to you. And well, he loves me. And love is something, yeah. Even if it's not good love, some people just want love. And that's sad. But, you know, who am I to, if you happy, you happy. But if you can't sleep at night, it's reasons why, you know, you can't sleep at night, or something just never feels right to you, because you going against your own grain. You going against the grain of your own soul. And I think that's simple what it was. Now, what they were saying was, they was going into this Illuminati stuff, and I don't understand it, and I don't care to, because I don't care, because I just don't care. It's not going to affect me. I'm never going to get to a level where somebody's going to look for me to say, you know, hey Grip, you in control of all of these people. That's never going to happen, because I shift power. My power is not a power that, you know, I wield. It's a power that I share. And if I have to explain it to you, then I ain't talking to you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking to you. But yeah, so they say that it's sacrifices, it's this, it's that. But you know, it like I said, your price is what your price is. So if you love your best friend, then you might have to, you know, leave them alone. I'm gonna tell you another thing. There's certain people who are rally themselves, even in friend circles. They rally themselves because they can't be themselves, because fear of retribution from family members. Family members, co-workers, all of this. So they have to be a certain way, and that's a way of control, also. But that's what I'm saying. It's like selling your soul. Like if you really don't believe in war, why would you go work for Halliburton? You know, it's stuff, but it's for the money. And I understand. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm judging anybody or telling them, you know, what they should do or what they shouldn't do. But you know, I mean, shit, I think I'm lightly selling my soul for working, you know, this long, because now I understand what work is. But that time during the day where I'm my crispest, where I'm my most crisp, is where I should be doing dark network stuff, or 11 stuff, or even helping somebody else, volunteering and helping them brainstorm an idea to help them get financial freedom. But yet I'm helping a company, you know, I'm helping a company compensate. I don't know. It's just, so maybe I am also, but I never slept well. So I don't know. And the question I guess you would say is, well, have you ever sold your soul? And I don't think I've ever sold it like that, where I just did something, because it was stuff that I could undo, or stuff that I could, because it wasn't like an enticement. It was like, hey, you know, if you do this, like jumping off a roof or something, doing childish things, or trying to run a light. It was so that my things aren't that. Mine's are dumb things, or jumping off of a curb on this bike when I don't even know how to pull the handlebars up without flipping 2 times on it. So, it. I don't know if I've ever sold, but I've never, like I said, I don't have anybody. Nobody really wants what I have. Nobody really needs to break me, because if something happens and I feel like it needs to happen, it's gonna happen. If it's for the bigger picture, but I'm not gonna exploit no children, exploit nobody really. Truthfully, I'm trying not to exploit anybody. Sincere posted a post the other day saying basically, if any transaction you get into is not win-win, you the problem. Why are you trying to get over on people? So that's why I say I'm not gonna have to sell my soul, because I'm gonna have people around me that can support me and do what I need to do, help me do what I need to do at all times, because I give them the same leeway. So I don't know, but Judas was Judas, and I think that was a selling of the soul. He knew what he was doing was wrong, but he did it for the money. But he ended up killing himself. And I think that's about it. I mean, like I said, it wasn't really a story. It was just the thought of this selling your soul thing, and people think it's gonna be this room full of people trying to get you to do something. It won't be. It'll be you in a pen, and somebody asking you to do something. I've seen where Cat Williams was talking about it. He was talking about, putting dresses on and doing these things. Once you find it, that's the other thing. I'm gonna tell you, most people, well, pimps do, and I mean all pimps, corporate pimps, all the way down to church pimps, to everybody, all pimps. Pimps is just people that understand emotionally what people. Some people can look at you and see what you need, or some people can talk to you and see what you want out of life, and then they'll offer you that in exchange for what they want from you. Now, that's you getting out on the street and selling your body, or you working 9 hours a day selling your mind. I really don't make that much of a distinction between the two, but some people know what you want. Some people just know when they see you. So yeah, maybe that in that aspect you can say you selling a soul, but even though it's still your choice. So it's a dirty game. And then when you really realize, that we all getting worked up one way or another. Some of us sell our souls every day, for stuff we got. And I understand when you're in a situation where you have to. I'm not gonna let anybody I love starve. Now, if I don't have any way to feed them, I'm gonna find a way to feed them. But I don't know if that's selling your soul either, because that's not something I feel is wrong. Stealing is wrong, technically, but so is, I think the greater crime is letting somebody you love not eat if you don't have it, or So anyway, like I said, that's not really a story. But once them dudes started getting into Illuminati and stuff I didn't really understand, I said my piece and then I listened to everybody, but I don't know all this. I don't know all this blood sacrifice stuff, and I'm supposed to be the darkest nigga in Richmond. Now, I don't understand. I don't want to understand it, because I don't think it makes sense. Just like most religions, they don't make sense. It's to fear you. It's to get fear into you, or think these things. And when the devil people think the devil is here to steer you wrong. The devil tells the truth too. His aim is to confuse you. I don't think it's to corrupt you. I think it's to confuse you. Because if you're confused, then you're not on the path of the righteous. Well, I don't know about righteous, but you know what I'm saying. You're not thinking about helping yourself and others. If they keep you confused, thinking that you gotta wear all of this clothes and all of this. Anyway, that's it. That was a book. That's all I had to say about that. Next is like the updates, because once I got my energy, I had to go do stuff.
Got smoke. This I just follow him sometime. Just trying to survive this, man. Hey yo,
how to survive in Richmond Central. A place where slang and crack is instrumental, no.
So, tell me, Jay, what plans do you have for yourself? try to stay out of trouble, first thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look for a job. I got one little lined up, so I'm gonna see how that pans out.
It's hard to find good help.
We can get him out of here.
Mr. Telephone Man.
I'm glad you got the job.
What's up, homie? You ready? Come on, bro.
Nothing beats a bright and sunny day. For maybe when you're waiting for a package and it doesn't arrive. This is what's really happening.
I'm being my daughter's life.
I'm not about to get my daughter's hopes up or disappointed.
Do you even have a car? Health care?
They must have skipped baby food straight to potatoes with this nigga.
Gucci, huh? Money, yeah.
Well, adopt me. Give me something back. So let me show you how to spend some of it.
Hey, mama, this nigga crazy.
Mr. Jenkins, don't fire your ass. You better put that shit back.
I didn't hear the words that came out of your mouth. I think something hit your tooth, and when it came out, it disintegrated. What?
When you hustling over here, man. I'm a hustler. Money make the world go round. Money make the world go round. I'm a hustler. Money make the world go round. Money make the world go round.
So the Strike 5 film, Jason Johnson, he shot and directed, Kareem KG Lenses shot under the direction of Jason and shot the process with RBX. RBX wasn't able to make it. He's like, we can use his likeness and all of that. So it's kind of like a mini movie because I was told not to say this, but I'm gonna say it a little bit. But I think that one is going to be part. I wanted to make a Moonwalker. I just put it that way. I wanted to make a Moonwalker where it's some dialogue in there and it's a real thing. But this video, the process, because I'm wearing all orange and I'll pop a picture up. I'm an inmate at a mental facility because this is the middle video, not the first. It's the second video of a trilogy. So the first video you haven't seen yet because I hadn't shot it. And I hadn't wrote the song yet. Well, I wrote it. It's for gospel. It's wrath. It's the wrath. It's the W in gospel. Wrath. So it's called Let Me In. And in that video, you'll see why I went to the mental institution. So, and I did that because I wanted people to see it. And, you know, most people that watch my podcast, they're gonna know because that's what I do. I explain it. So they're gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, he's just a thug and a da-da-da. But when you see the first video, you'll be like, oh my God, he's not. He was really, you know. And I think that's what people get into. Everybody want to jump on these bandwagons so quickly before you even know what's going on. You don't have to. And the fun thing is, you don't have to jump on a bandwagon. You can shut the fuck up. You don't even have to say, I'm team. You don't have to claim a team. Once you learn that, you'll be a better off person. I digress though, because I don't want to get on that. These are updates. So June 4th is the process is coming out. The video is going to be raw. Hopefully it'll be out by July. It's a lot of editing, but they acted a fool on there. I like to thank, you know, like I said, Jason for the directing, KG for the shots and the lighting, Vic for the sound, and Mimi for makeup. I was wearing makeup. She dusted me. She dusted me. I looked really camera ready, I'll say that. And Galia from Gratitude showing down at the Richmond, go visit her shop for your Afrocentric stuff. Juneteenth is coming up. She played the therapist, and Cleckley, the star of Finders Keepers, the co-star of Finders Keepers, played the security guard. And it's a crazy video. That was the crew, and this is my first major whatchamacallit. And you check out the process if you want. I can give you an overview of the video. Basically, if you ever heard the song, I'm talking about me. So basically, she yells at me because I hurt some people that she cared about, and or knew one way or the other. I'm not going to go into it because it's going to tie together really well. And I just say my verse to her, and she reacts, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of, I try to say it's like Hannibal Lecter meets The Exorcist. You know how the Exorcist met they interviewed, but what they really interviewed, they was trying to exorcise, they was trying to get the demon out. And then that's what I was trying to do, is get the demon out. Again, I'm saying too much, but yeah, meets Hannibal Lecter, where the interviews kind of thing. But yeah, it's gonna work out. I'm proud of it. We shot it all at CoBiz. Shout out to Wesley and Christina. I appreciate y'all. I went over on my time, but I'm paying for it. So it's all good. Next, the movie premiere for Finders Keeper, featuring comedian Bud, starring comedian Bud, and Cleckley, who's starring in my video. And also Cleckley is doing hype man for Dad Daniels, who did help do the soundtrack with Sugarcane. I guess they produced the whole album and put it together. It's going to be a nice thing. That comes out May 30th, which actually is tomorrow. I'm trying to edit this so that it'll be out on the 30th. So, well, I have to because of that. But yes, Finders Keeper is coming out, premiering at CoBiz on June 4th. Go to Eventbrite. I'll pop it up, or right here. I'm trying to leave room here instead of here. So you can see the movie, get in there. We're trying to have popcorn and some other stuff, but yeah, we'll see how that works out. And it's gonna be good. It's our first movie. I'm proud of it. I know it could be a huge movie in the right markets, but I'm just looking for that foreign market. That foreign market is, people don't understand. People, I know that just because people like black culture don't mean they like black people. So in different foreign markets, they want to see black people. Now, this ain't your typical, bang bang, because I don't think there's only one gun in the movie, and the police had it. So, yeah. So it's not a typical one, but we need to show people, we need to show us in every aspect of life, so that they won't sit around thinking we all are. Because we go over there and they think, to these countries, and they be like, oh, my nigga, or hey, this, that, and the third, and it's like, I'm not trying to steal nothing from you. I can buy and sell you. So, it's a good thing, and I'll encourage anybody to, if you have any ideas, reach out. I'm telling you, reach out. Podcast at itsthedark.com. I keep saying we, but I want 11 projections. I want to be able to give people voices, and people. It just has to happen. And people, I understand that certain folks think that they don't have a voice, and I said everybody has a book in them. Everybody has a book in them. So just do what you got to do. In fact, we're gonna probably do some things. I want to do a dark side asylum. So dark side, when we talking about the records, the music, I'm sorry, records, nobody know what records are. So when we talking about the music, it's dark, but it's dark side asylum, recording company with a K. When we talking about the dark network, it's defining art, respect and knowledge. That's what this says. That's the sweatshirt. And these are going on sale for the summer. I know these are hoodies, but I do have t-shirts and everything. And that's the future, is what I was going to get to, is the merchandising. When you get into a certain spot, you have to merchandise. Music doesn't make as much money as it used to, or it should. So what I need now, which I didn't never want, was fame. I need fame so that I could sell merchandise. If I get 10,000 people that like my music, love my music, and everything that I create out of my mind, and I sell them a package every time I release an album, 2 albums a year, and it's a $50 package, but I'm gonna stuff it. It's gonna be a very good thing. I could quit my job. Now, if you do other things like real estate, I don't know about crypto because I can't watch crypto. Same with stocks. I can't just sit. I'm too busy to sit and watch stocks. But I know it's people that made money off of stocks for real. But my thing would be real estate because I don't even know if I can say this yet, but First Degree is coming out with a company that if you buy land, they'll put like 3 or 4 tiny houses in it. So you live in one and the rest are technically ADUs, which pays for the land. Or you can just buy the land, they'll build the houses, and then you just reap the benefits. And I'm going to do that. I'm gonna buy some land in Richmond. It's supposed to be a down season next year. So as far as, because they raised the interest rate. And this is speculation. I just told you I don't have time to do all of that stuff. So this is all speculation. But that's my aim. But I have the money. So if I buy some land, they build me 3 houses on it, whatever you zone for. Because if you have if you zone for 2 duplexes, you could probably put 4 tiny houses on here. And in the way that they're building homes, man, I went down. I was riding my bike. Oh, we did the beast mode ride out, and that's a story. I should have told that story. We did the beast mode ride out, and I got lost in Oakland. But I'm never really lost if the bar is near you. And I grew up here, so I'm not lost. I just couldn't find where my group was. With Rich City Ride, we did a Rich City ride. It was fun. I still met people, and I took some pictures, and it was all good. But they are building, back in there in Jack London on Embarcadero, they are building like 4 high-rises of apartment homes. And they're doing it all over the Bay. It's gonna be, you think the traffic is bad now? They building stuff in Richmond, they're building stuff in Berkeley, and you think, they say, oh, this is for the median. This is for the median home owners. It's $700,000. That ain't median for me. That ain't median. So they're telling you kinda, you on your way out. Anyway, so that's how my attempt is. I now have to achieve fame, and that ain't me twerking on the street and doing posts that I know are negative, because it's funny. The fight was just there, and all these dudes put up on it. I'll never tear a black man down, and they posting a dude get knocked down. They didn't show him getting up. Yeah, he got knocked down, but he got up. But they didn't show that. So I don't know. There's a lot of I always do that and then I forget what I was talking about. But anyway, that's I just don't like that kind of stuff. You gotta watch people like that. And then anyway, what I was getting to was the fame, how I'm gonna achieve fame. And I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna achieve fame. I'm gonna just do what I do and document what I do. Because I'm not lying. Anybody could tell you, you ain't never gonna hear me say that I was running down in the hood, a kingpin in the hood, selling the most crack or nothing. I told you, and I'll tell you again, I sold 1 piece of crack at a discount. I looked in that lady's eyes and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I lost my whole $10 because my cousin fronted me a rock. He said, let's see. So it was a $20 rock, and that she got it for a little bit of nothing. I think she got it for, I don't know what she I only got 5. Here, take it. I can't do that. That look in her eyes was ridiculous. So I can't do that. That's selling your soul, I think. Now, if I'm hungry, it was different. I wasn't hungry. I was fat. I was a fat child. So it was like I didn't have to sell crack. So that would have been, for me, that would have been selling my soul. But for somebody else, how can I name that if every day his daughter or his baby sister is hungry? I can't tell you not to do this. Somebody gonna sell it, then might as well be them. For me, it was debilitating. Sorry. But yeah, so I gotta get the fame. So I can get the, I don't know, I'm trying to get a barter system going, but people, it's scary for some people because they feel like they can't do anything. Like they don't have a skill that can be bartered. But if you can pick up a piece of paper, then you're useful. And maybe that is what people need, to get back to working with their hands. I'm telling you, I got calluses now. My hands look like, man, I told everybody, and I used to have my mama's hands. Now I got my daddy's hands. And I don't know what he used to do, but yeah, they are whooped. They are whooped, scraped up and everything. But anyway, do I have anything else? Like I said, I wanted to shout out everybody. We may be at the Ferry Fest on January, on June 11th, which is my brother's birthday. They're doing the Ferry Fest. We put in an application, D.A.R.K Network, D.A.R.K Network put in an application. Look for our table there. They said it was accepted, so I hope we can be at the Ferry Fest. Melanated Harmony was out at Carnival today, throwing out the nifty new D.A.R.K Network merchandise. That's what we working on, merchandise now. So we got the pen and the pad is coming. We got the lights. They'll all be on the website probably by July 4th, which gospel is supposed to come out. I'm trying to have gospel come out on the 4th of July, which probably won't work. But you know, I'm about to go upstairs right now, edit this video, and then record G and A of gospel, which is gluttony and avarice. I might get rap in because it's kind of a short song, but I might get rap in. But yeah, gluttony and avarice and rap will be recorded hopefully before June. And then if I can get it to Dre, I don't know who I'm gonna go through now. I was gonna go through poor man Dre, but I don't know yet. I gotta finish it first, and then I can finish recording. So that's gospel. That's it. I'm trying to not say that has been your how do you view you, because I always do it and I think of something else as soon as I say it. But you know, that's what I've been doing, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. This has been your episode of How Do You View You podcast with your host Griffinstein. Thank you for viewing, watching. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Peace.
Griffin. Griffinstein. Boss Tootie.
There's an S on my chest for success. I'm a super nigga, I'ma give it my best. I don't expect nothing less. Without struggle, there is no progress. Gotta do the valley of death. By two church ladies, these niggas shady. Don't put your trust in the baby. I stay focused on the D.A.R.K.
Got smoke. This Ferry follow him sometime. Trying to survive, man. Hey, yo.
How to survive in Richmond Central. A place where slang and crack is instrumental, no.
So tell me, Jay, what plans do you have for yourself?
Try to stay out of trouble, first thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look for a job. I got one little lined up, so I'm seeing how that pans out.
It's hard to find good help.
We can get him out of here.
Mr. Telephone Man.
I'm glad you got this job.
What's up, homie? You ready? Come on, bro.
Nothing beats a bright and sunny day. For maybe when you're waiting for a package and it doesn't arrive. This is what's really happening.
I'm being my daughter's life.
I'm not about to get my daughter's hopes up or disappointed.
Do you even have a car? Health care?
They must have skipped baby food straight to potatoes with this nigga.
Well, adopt me. Give me something back. So let me show you how to spend some of it.
Hey, mama, this nigga crazy.
Mr. Jenkins, don't fire your ass. You better put that shit back.
I didn't hear the words that came out of your mouth. I think something hit your tooth, and when it came out, it disintegrated. What?
I'm a hustler. Money make the world go round. Money make the world go round. I'm a hustler. Money make the world go round. Money make the world go round.